We've been talking about human vulnerabilities. Today, we're going to be talking about how your imagination makes you vulnerable. Now, hold on. You may be telling me, Beth, I'm not into science fiction and fantasy. I'm not into Disney characters. I'm not into wild flights of fancy. I'm a very down-to-earth person. Be that as it may, you actually still have an imagination, even though a lot of people feel that they don't. We all really still do. What I'm going to be talking about is less that creative, if you will, fantastical bent that we often equate as the primary aspect of imagination, and move it to a deeper level. And yes, you can be caught if you allow yourself to go on flights of fancy with an extreme manipulator. They will use that if that is a vulnerable place for you. But more subtly, more assiduously, is the fact that all of us use our imaginations as a means to predict the future. And I'm not talking about in a clairvoyant sort of way. I'm not talking spooky stuff here. But just simply that you can take disparate occurrences and look at them and say, oh, the probable result will be this. That is a use of imagination. Imagination is that aspect of ourselves that allows us to have a mental construct of something that does not exist. Whether it is something that has never existed and will never exist, dragons perhaps, or if it is something that is possible to exist but hasn't come into fruition yet. So this could be as simple as knowing, oh, there's a whole lot of traffic on the road, my husband's going to be late from work, or likely to be. To being able to say, if we continue doing what we're doing as a world population, we're going to be experiencing climatic changes, drastic climate changes in the next century. That's a use of imagination. That ability to predict, working off of facts that we know, working off of memories of things that have already occurred, but projecting them forward into the future. That is imagination. An extreme manipulator will use your ability to predict against you. They will show you a future that, if you follow them, is very beautiful and golden and peaceful. But if you don't follow them, then it will be dark, and these horrible things will happen, and there will be dire consequences. And they will build the dots so that you connect them in a way that follows the path they want you to project along. So your imagination, even though you don't recognize it oftentimes as that ability to make a prediction, to hold a future wish, desire that you wish to have met in the future, a want. Those are all parts of imagination. You don't have something, you wish you did. Just simply by being able to hold an idea that it could be a possibility. That is a use of your imagination, and those are very vulnerable places for us as humans. We all dream. We all predict the future. We all have desires and wants. Those all do fall under the realm of our imagination. So be careful. Recognize that those are vulnerable places. Recognize that you're a very complex person, and that some of the more damaging of the manipulative techniques sneak in under the wire where you didn't even realize part of you existed. And that's what's very important with imagination, because it is one that we don't recognize very often in a conscious awareness way, day to day. We'll be talking about more vulnerabilities next time. See you then.